Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 1. Oh that my head were waters, and mine eyes were fountains of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Oh that I had the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might lead my people and go from them. For they be all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men.
Yeah, our people nowadays, they all wicked, man. All of us be wicked. You know what I'm saying? And some of us, the ones trying to get right, you know, our righteousness is as filthy rags. But the ones who don't want to get right, they completely wicked, man. Like I said, they're adulterers and they're an assembly of treacherous men. Go ahead.
And they bend their tongues like their bows for lies.
Yep, and they bend their tongues like their bows for lies. Go ahead.
But they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth.
Yeah, and like it said they bend their tongues like bows for lies. When you bend the bow, you got an arrow in it, and you aiming for a target. You aiming for a target to shoot straight at that target, and that's what our people do amongst each other. You know, like you have the Egyptologists right now. They sitting out here spreading all of that BS. As well as the guys in the churches, the preachers and pastors in the churches, and anybody else that's serving any other guys besides Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. They have that bow. Read that top part again up.
And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies.
Yep, for lies. They shoot shooting it straight out. And they have no problem with that. Because just like you had in slavery, just like you had in years back, you always had sellouts in our nation. You go all the way back to when the Greeks started ruling. You had sellouts in our nation. They wanted to be like the Greeks. They wanted to take the Greek customs. That's what they wanted to do. You had sellouts then, you're going to have sellouts now. So the ones that claim to have knowledge, and they teaching BS knowledge and wisdom to our people on purpose, they sellouts.
But they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth.
Yeah, they not valiant for the truth upon the earth. They're not strong for the truth. They not standing for the truth. They don't want to teach you the truth. Like you just said, they bend the bow, they bend their tongues like the bow with lies. So that's what they want to teach you. They want to teach you the lies. They want to tell you that you're an African, that you're an African American, that your ancestors go back to Egypt, or that you're a moor. Or that you are a Muslim, or the Lord will save you regardless. Go ahead.
For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know me not.
Yeah, they proceed from evil to evil, and they know them not. Just like the ones out here.
They know not me.
Or they know not me. Yeah, because they teaching lies on purpose. In order to be a pastor or a preacher in this society, you have to go to college for it, and you have to have a 501c3 charter, and you have to teach what they want you to teach. And if you don't teach what they want you to teach, then you ain't going to be able to have your church.
You're going to lose that tax exemption.
You're going to lose that, like you said, you're going to lose that tax exemption. Therefore, you ain't going to be able to have the money that you need to keep your church running and keep your church going. But they all into just like they into the other doctrines as well. You have sellouts of our people in all doctrines, man.
And they know not me.
You have Farrakhan in Islam. As of now, you got that nigga Polite in trying to spread this Egyptologist stuff. Yep.
With Rastafarianism.
You always got our people because you're not gonna. I mean, in the past, you did have white men that would come and teach this or teach that. But what better to send one of their own? You know what I'm saying? When the FBI or the CIA rather, they send in informants or whatever, they send people that look like them and that can act like them. infiltrate their structure.
They must send somebody from Greenwich, Connecticut to the Bronx.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They would have sent somebody from the inner city that knows the language, that's familiar with the territory, that knows the lay of the land. That way, they don't get caught.
And that's what the so-called white man does with our people. Because our people, they don't mind selling out. A lot of money, yeah. They sell out for whatever amount of money they think that they can prosper with. But just because they sell out for that money and they happy for that certain time, that don't mean that they gonna be all right at the end when the end days come. Because if you turn your back on the Lord, you turn your back on him. And you basically sacrificing. You sacrificing his people. So just like back then you had sellouts, you have sellouts now, man. And the main sellout right now, you know, and I ain't gonna say out in public, but in the knowledge world, so to speak, is that nigga Polite and his people, them fucking Egyptologists, man. You know, like all the brothers is digging in, man, them niggas ain't what they cracked up to be.
They about that money.
Exactly. They about that money, that proves that they sell out.
But we give you $2,000 to show up to this debate
As a donation.
But when you do the math, they get $50 a head with over 5,000 people. You know what I'm saying?
5,000 or 500?
No, the venue?
Yeah.
Well, either way it goes,
50.
that's like 50 racks.
Yeah. 50 times 500. So either way, they making a killing off of the profit. You know what I'm saying? And they only giving you a small percentage, and they don't care. They don't care about the truth.
They don't care what's argued, who win, who lose.
Exactly. They don't care about that. Like the Sarnetta nigga said, he's not an Egyptian. So he really in it for the money. He's setting it all up, so you know he in it for the money. He ain't on either side. It's just like a person who deal arms to both sides. You know what I'm saying? He getting paid from this side, and he getting paid from that side.
He don't care about the outcome.
Yeah, he don't care. He don't
Except
care.
for prolonging it.
Exactly. To get more money. But like the elders were saying, once them niggas came down to the elders, they was in over their head. Because I ain't gonna lie, man, that ISUPK nigga, he was handling business. He was standing his ground, so to speak. But them niggas is still wicked because they ain't teaching 100% truth. But he was even making that nigga Polite look dumb. But he ain't on the level as the elders of GMS. They was way in over their head, man. And like that nigga Polite said, you almost had me. You almost had me until the fish stuff. And it goes to show you that them niggas is wicked. Them niggas is sellouts, man, because they agreed, they came to an agreement that they wasn't talking, you know, really pushing go and rape 12-year-old girls and stuff. They was just using that as edification. It's biblical, but not in this society. We ain't gonna push that. We don't do that. And they came to agreement. What did they go do? They went and edit the footage. And they went and sat there, edit the footage, and made it seem like that's still what they was talking about, man. Because they just want to see a nice little debate go on so they can get their money.
Straight debaters.
Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 4. Take ye heed, everyone his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother.
Yeah, trust ye not in any brother. Just go, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, brother, how you doing? Just because he trying to show some neighborly love, that don't mean he your brother, man. Go ahead.
For every brother will utterly supplant.
For every brother will utterly supplant. And it don't mean every single brother that you can't trust nobody. It's just saying you got to watch out for people, man.
Jacob.
Yeah, hey, Jacob, exactly. Jacob's name means supplant. Just like he supplanted Esau for his birthright. It was all through the spirit, but that's what his name meant. And that's who our forefather is, man. Jacob, the supplanter. Read that again.
Take ye heed, everyone his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant.
God, every brother will utterly supplant. So you can't trust every brother just because he sound good or he think he or you think he might look good, not on the homosexual tint, but just like, man, this brother seemed cool as ever, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
Every neighbor will walk with slanders, and they will deceive everyone his neighbor.
Can we look up that slander's word?
Yeah.
Like it was saying before, man, they have their lies that they bend in the boat. You can't trust every brother because they will utterly supplant. And that's what you have going on now in the world of Israel, or as in the ones claiming or calling themselves Hebrew Israelites, and in the sense of our people, man, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Whether they saying they're Muslim or Egyptologist, or moor, or 5%er, Rastafarian. That's what you have, because they bring about their doctrine, knowing it ain't the 100% truth, and they teach it, man. They try to get more fruit off of it, build their congregation on it. But here it is, you have people saying that they Hebrew Israelites, and they saying there's not going to come a time where we're going to have to take out our own people through Yahawashi, Yahawashi. When it's all throughout the scriptures. When you go back to when they was in the wilderness and Moses came down from the mountain and they was worshiping the calf, he said, whoever gonna serve the Lord, come on this side, and whoever ain't, stay on that side. And the ones that stayed on the other side that didn't want to serve the Lord, they put them to death, man. At the time of the Maccabees, them Hellenized Jews, the ones that was sitting there wanting to be like the Greeks, you think they, ooh, snap. You think that they were sitting there being buddy-buddy with them, and then they go back with the Greek sides and the other ones go back with the Maccabees? No, man, they was trying to help the Greeks take them down, man. But you always had ones that stood their ground, that fought for the Lord. Went to the can you try looking it up while you read that? What? Slander in Jeremiah 9. Website?
Yeah, it is. The word there is rakal. It means slanderer, a talebearer, or informer.
Okay, yeah. So it's a talebearer and informer, so basically a liar. Alright, go ahead.
Verse 5, they will deceive everyone his neighbor. They will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies.
Yep, they will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies. How? Like those in the other doctrine. Not serving the Most High and His Son. Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Go ahead.
and weary themselves to commit iniquity.
Yep, and weary themselves to commit iniquity. So they tire themselves out to commit iniquity. Like when you have basketball players or football players, boxers or whatever, when they want to get better or stronger or faster at what they're doing, they exercise. And when they exercise, they tire themselves out and to exceed that level that they already at. So that's what they do. They tire themselves out. They exercise themselves in wickedness to commit that iniquity, man. Go ahead.
Thine habitation is in the midst of the sea. Through the sea, they refuse to know me, saith the Lord.
Through the sea, they refuse to know the Lord. No matter how much you can break it down to them or show them, you can show them pictures that match up with scriptures. If they have a doctrine, show them that their doctrine is not the true doctrine. Through facts, through biblical history, through modern history. But yet they will still sit there and not try to, and they will sit there and refuse the Lord. Or try to call it spookism.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will melt them and try them, for how shall I do, or it's like it, for how shall I do for the daughter of my people? Their tongue is an arrow shot out, it speaketh deceit. One speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his heart he lieth in wait.
Exactly, he lieth in wait. So he might sound like he's for you. He's trying to be your friend. He's trying to teach you some new doctrine or something. But deep down in his heart, man, in his spirit, in his mind, he lying in wait for you. He know he's not teaching you the truth. He know exactly what he's doing. He either know he just sold out, or he's starting to sell out. He know that he's not teaching you the truth, man. And that's what you have. Whether it's they calling themselves Hebrew Israelites, calling themselves Egyptologists, trying to say we're Africans, Muslims. If you're not serving Yahawashi, then that applies to you. You're trying to speak peaceably, but deep down, man, it's all about deceit. Because you know it's not the truth. And if somebody tell you it's not the truth, you fight and fight and fight to try to act like it's the truth. And that, you refusing the Lord. You basically saying the Lord don't matter. That you're going to do your own thing. You're going to do what you want to do.
Chapter 3, verse 1. Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 5. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
Yeah, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, because us as Israel, we have because we are the prince of the power, man. We are the children of the Most High. But like it says in Romans 10, they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. So all of us don't have the knowledge of Yahawashi. They have that zeal to respect the higher power, or to be spiritual, or religious, however you want to say, or even conscious. We have that zeal, but not according to knowledge, not according to the knowledge of Yahawashi. Read that again now.
Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Yeah, what power is that? The Most High power. Yahawashi, that's who they deny. When they try to say that they God, they self, or they control their own destiny, or they control their own fate. that they of another nation that they not. They denying the